Achilles was a demigod fated for greatness. He was the son of a sea nymph and a king, and like the legendary Heracles before him, he was trained by the wise Centaur Chiron in hunting, music, and medicine. His closest companion since childhood was Patroclus, a mortal with no divine heritage or grand prophecies. Despite their differences, they loved each other deeply. When Greece declared war on Troy, Achilles was called upon as a key fighter. The war began because Helen, the wife of a Greek king, had run off with Paris, a Trojan prince, to Troy. The Greeks assembled a massive army to bring her back. As the war approached, the gods took sides and argued over the fates of the mortals involved. Achilles knew the war was part of his destiny. With horses born from the west wind and a spear forged from a mountain, he prepared himself for battle. But he wouldn't face it alone. Patroclus was by his side. They sailed to Troy with 1,186 ships and entered the fray. The Trojans were led by the mighty Prince Hector, Paris's brother and King Priam's son. But they couldn't match Achilles' strength, and he dominated the battlefield. Some believed Achilles was invincible because his mother dipped him in the Styx, while others claimed she bathed him in ambrosia, the drink of the gods. Despite his skill, the war dragged on for 9 years, and tensions began to build. Early in the war, Achilles captured a woman named Briseis, but the Greek leader, King Agamemnon, grew jealous and took her for himself. Furious, Achilles withdrew from the fighting, and the Greeks struggled without him. Patroclus saw the devastation and pleaded with Achilles to return, but Achilles refused. When the Trojans started pushing into the Greek camp, Patroclus begged Achilles to lend him his armor. He believed that the sight of Achilles would scare the Trojans away. Achilles agreed, but warned Patroclus not to go near the gates of Troy, where the god Apollo protected the city. Donning Achilles' armor, Patroclus led the Greeks into battle, driving the Trojans back. For a moment, he felt as invincible as Achilles. But then, Apollo struck him down, knocking off his armor. Hector took advantage, killing Patroclus and stealing Achilles' armor. Devastated by guilt and grief, Achilles vowed to avenge his friend. He rejoined the battle, leaving a trail of dead Trojans behind him. Soon, only Hector remained. Wearing the armor that had failed to protect Patroclus, Hector fought bravely, but Achilles knew where the armor was weak. With a deadly strike, Achilles killed Hector, but his grief and rage were far from over. Achilles desecrated Hector's body, dragging it behind his chariot to humiliate the Trojans. At night, Patroclus' ghost appeared to Achilles, warning him that his own death was near and asking that their bones be buried together. Achilles agreed, but Patroclus vanished before he could embrace him. Meanwhile, King Priam of Troy, devastated by the loss of his son, decided to visit Achilles and beg for Hector's body. He kissed the hands of the man who killed his son and offered a ransom. The two men wept together and shared a meal. Achilles returned Hector's body and prayed to Patroclus for forgiveness. With little left to lose, Achilles returned to the battlefield, defeating even the most skilled warriors. But as Patroclus had predicted, Achilles' life would be short. Paris struck him in the heel with an arrow, some say guided by Apollo. The remains of Achilles and Patroclus were laid to rest together, and the Greeks eventually won the war. In the end, both sides lost some of their greatest heroes, their passion turning into sorrow. Their stories, however, would live on, turning into legend. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it and want to continue learning more about topics like this, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss the next videos.